my first live video. So what's up, y'all? I hope you can hear me. Turn this down. All right. All right, so in this video, I'm really just kind of experimenting with going live on YouTube. So it's my first one, so bear with me here. But I do want to show you what I'm working on right now. Just going over some finances for my company, my skate company, Foundry. So I'm going to just share what I got going on here, and this will help you. I don't know. This can help you out in your business, and just seeing a way like how I am like super detailed as far as looking at my finances of the revenue coming in. So there's nothing like sensitive here. I'm not really too afraid to share what Foundry makes. This is what's going on. And to be honest, in this video, I'm just kind of updating and editing this information here. So you can see, I will just break this down because it's going to make it pretty easy for you to understand how I track our revenue coming in. So I track it from the hour. So that means when someone is at the skate park, they are tracking how much they're making per hour, as far as how many people are coming in to do an open skate, if they're selling lessons, if they're selling product. We just want to keep track of what's going on so that everyone, while they're there, is being as productive as possible. So if someone's there and they write down that they made $0 for the day, they know they should be trying a little bit harder for the next day, because that is going to impact us negatively. So then I track it by every day. That's something where my admin keeps track of it, enters in all the categories into our spreadsheet, and then I usually look at it per week and see how we're doing. I'll probably peek in throughout the week, but I'm not like really super engaged in it. And then we have a period which consists of about 4 to 5 weeks, and then our cycle, there's only 3 cycles, and that's going to be about 3 periods within that, and then we have the whole year at once, what we're supposed to be making. So you can see some of this stuff is under construction, but some of these forms are not 100% up to date. I'm missing some formulas within this stuff here. So some of my numbers, these numbers are right, but some of them need some work. I think it's like February and March, so that's what I'm going in and just updating. But you can see like our total sales, the total quantity that we sell, our last year sales, and the difference in percentages. And so we ran down $5,000 in January. About even in February, we ran up in March, which is awesome. Ran down this month, April, and then right now I'm actually in the middle of editing these two. I just needed some placeholders there so I can make sure my formulas were correct. But anyway, now let's get into it. Let's take a look at March. No, let's take a look at April, just so you can kind of see what's going on here, and this will probably make a little bit more sense. Also, while I'm doing this stuff, I'm going to try and keep track of people sending messages and whatnot, or chatting. Alright, cool. So it's actually just me solo up in here, so I'm going to get to work. so many tabs open, I get lost. Alright, so we got week 2, period 4. Then you can see all these are my categories, my lessons, weekly programs. This is all the stuff. These two are my bread and butter, and then comes down to memberships is our third bread and butter. So you can see how much we made this day, $1,600. We had a sales goal of $540. So last year that day we made $450. So pretty much our sales goal is 20%. You want to make 20% above last week, and then we have or last year, and then we have a super goal of making double amount, so 50% of last year. So we made our sales goal. Now I'm going to go over here to our week. So this consists of this is going to be 5 days plus the 2 other days in March. So it's going to be all down here. These 2 days, Sunday and Monday, that's when it started the week. So I'm looking at, what the heck? I don't even have, alright, so I'm just going to copy, I gotta edit that. Because that is going to impact the numbers. Well, that's why I'm doing this. 60. Let's do it. So this is going to be pretty much here. I'll do this. So let me just update this here. By the dollar sign, I'm actually locking these numbers. So when I change it to the cell, change it to over to a different cell, it will keep these numbers locked. So S 60. And I'm not locking that one because when I copy this over and paste it into here, it gives me the total which are in these 2 cells. So this number is changing. Alright, so that added on an extra $650. Let's copy, oh shit. Let's copy these down. And then that is down to 24%. Alright, anything else like that weird? Okay, cool. So that's why I'm changing, this is what I'm doing today. I'm just kind of fixing up some of my errors from before. Alright, so now let's go over April. So this is taking April's, the numbers that I just added, and then it's adding on to this day. So every day, this 1,800 I made for the next day. Afterwards, I made $809. So that's going to add it on. It's like a running total. It's a running total, adding on $379. Alright, cool. So that all looks good. Now for the period, going back to what I was saying before, there's about 4 or 5 periods within within the cycle. So let's see here. Alright, that all looks good. Now for the cycle, there's only 3 in a year, so I have to put in every single month because this is adding up the total amount I made within that cycle. So January 1st to May 4th. So this is where we're at. It's pretty much a year to date right now. I'm just making sure I have all the months in there leading up to it. That's good. Good. Alright, cool. So these should be the same because it's a year to date. I'm already into our next cycle, so oh no, yeah, May 4th. May 4th next week. This coming up week will be in the next cycle, so it's pretty crazy. Alright, so we are, I'm gonna make sure this number is right. January, February, March, April. Whoa. Okay, This is April. Alright, cool. So yeah, we're doing pretty good. I'm gonna say super good. We're only at 4% at this time, and it looks like throughout the week we ran out, but ran up a little bit. We're like right at even. Oh boy. And now we're in the negative, and damn, something must have happened. Why are we up 20%? We're up 1%, now we're up 20%. Did we really make... Oh, this formula is wrong. That's the reason why. January, February, March. 60. Hell? Why is that like that? I'm trying to find like why it's like this. U60. If anyone knows like Excel, let me know. Oh, I see. It's a different formula for February. This is U69 up here. Should be 64. So, but this is the right. So I'm gonna just copy that down. Put that right there. Oh, that hurts. Down 1%. Man, this year is a roller coaster. But it shows like, I mean, if I go down to our last year monthly sales, so you can see like up here, this is kind of nice. So you see our lessons. We made $1,500 in private lessons. Last year we made $2,000. So the thing is, like our lessons are definitely going down, and I think it's a lot of it is because last year I was doing a lot of lessons, and I think with myself doing a lot of lessons as the owner, I'm putting in so much more work. So something's happening. Like we're not retaining clients. So we have to build up more rapport with our clients. That's what these numbers are telling me. Our weekly programs. This happens quite often because like our weekly programs last year started a little at a different time. So we got our bulk of our weekly enrollments last month in March. So this doesn't really concern me too much because at the end of our cycle, it's going to even out. Rental equipment, I'm never really concerned about that. Camp, that's interesting. We're actually right at even from last year. Interesting. And then our merchandise up a bit. This is the reason why I don't rely on selling other people's stuff, because this merchandise, this is the stuff that I have of my own that we order directly from the manufacturer, not the distributor. So I have a bunch of, I don't have it now because it's in China, and because due to the tariffs, but the tariff tax. But with my margins, I'm usually keeping around like 65%, 70%, opposed to the margins. If I order from like NHS or Dwindle, then I'm probably saving, or I'm probably having maybe a 20% margin, maybe 15. At times it was even. At times in the past I lost, the margin was like negative 10, negative 20%, because it was just on sale, so I could get it out the door to get new stuff in. I just wanted to recoup that money so I can invest it and reinvest it into something else. $450 in open skate. That's kind of, I don't know why our open skates are super low as well. You'll see like back in, let's go January when it was really cold. Open skate rate here, 1,200. Let's take a look at February. Open skate, where we at? Open skate. skate, 655. Oh, that's pretty bad. So the numbers tell me a lot here. Alright, so anyway, open skate, special events. We don't really. It sucks because at the time we were running up so much in special events, such as birthday parties. Like every week we're doing like 4 or 5. And this year I think we only did 1, and it was in September. And so it just something. I hate to say it like this, but like, actually, you know what? It really comes down on me, where it's like I'm not training. My staff is not properly trained to sell more. They're doing an excellent job at teaching, but this shows me that they are not selling. Our memberships is kind of what's saving us at this time. They're up because we changed our membership structure of how we do things. So that is up, and we have a total revenue. Okay, 16,000. Last year we had 21,000. That's crazy. Our goal for this month was to run up 20%, which would have been this, and we did not hit that this month. Bummer. Alright, so, and then you can see here, down here, now this goes by week, so I can look at this, and this is what I'll share with my staff, but I'll make it like a little bit more like, so they can understand it, because looking at this sometimes is a little confusing, but I'll just do lessons. For the first week, we did $569. Lessons are down. Weekly programs are obviously down that week. Rental equipment, maybe $20. Camp is right around the exact same. Merchandise down. And even honestly, like with merchandise, I'm not really too stressing about it. Open skate is down a lot. And our memberships are, of course, up. So, looking at all this, and I can look at this the following week, and then this is what I'll keep track of, and I'll send a little picture to my to our group of all of our staff is aware of what we're doing. And during our weekly meeting, we go over all this stuff. But yeah, something's going on here. We're not selling. That's the thing. We're not selling. Selling is so freaking important. All right, so I'm gonna just take a look to see if I got any comments in the chats. All right, let me just get to work here. There was something in here that I wanted to fix on my. Yeah, it's this one. I'm missing a month. January. We're missing. So that doesn't change. Wait. And this number is going to be a lot different. That's 2. Oh, shoot. That's 2. Oh, right. Oh, that's I forgot that. There we go. I forgot that. To separate the two. Alright, cool. Now we're in business. Alright, now I'm going to copy this over. So this is adding up. It's pretty much my year to date. So it's going to change all these numbers. Because now this S2 is my total revenue this year, the year to date. So this number here, 38,000, there should be a difference of $949 when I go to this one. Because yeah, now it's adding up. All January, all February, and then these two cells. Cool. Alright, my formulas are right. Alright, awesome. Now I just gotta pop these in. That makes much more sense. And I'm gonna just do a double check. Oh, I'll do this right up here on the formulas. Perfect. Alright, cool. So we chill. Alright, so now let me just update all these. Oh shit. Just one thing to check. Alright, cool. I get freaked out sometimes. Obviously these are a lot of numbers and a lot of formulas, so it's easy to make one mistake and it impacts everything. So this is what I always check. I really love this part. But for me it's just fun. Alright, so now that gives me the amount of money. It's pretty much a year to date. January up until Saturday, March 1st. Now, this is last year. That's why it says LY, last year, cycle to date. So I have to do the same thing because I forgot March here. But the only thing is I have to change this formula from, I have to add in February into the equation. So I'm going to just do February, $, U64, so because this is last year's day, that's why it's important that I have last year's day in here. U64, and then March, U2. So this formula is not going to change. But I do want to have U2. And you can see on the left underneath U2, it is already highlighted right here. $15. That number changed. So we were down 11% in March. So I'm going to copy this formula over. Checking, I'm like looking over in this U column as I'm doing it. I'm like, how come these numbers aren't changing? It's like, oh, last year we didn't make money on these 2 days. Alright, that makes sense. 43,000. Let's update that. And you can can see to the right of these cells that the percentages are changing as well. As I'm going down, 31% increase here you see on the right. As soon as I change this over, it goes to negative 4%. So and the reason why I show this to my staff, I give them access to it. Like in the past, I used to kind of hide the financial stuff out of fear, I guess, because I would think like, all right, they see how much we're making, they're gonna ask me for a raise, blah blah blah. Like, why is this off here? Oh wait. Wait. How did this go from 41 to 58 in one day? Let me get it. Let's think about this one. This one makes no sense. Oh, it's this one that's wrong. Let's see what goes into here. Alright, cool. Alright, so I'm just looking, double checking all this stuff. Alright, so this all looks right. Alright, so what I like to do, let me just unfold these ones. I just like to have that final day bolt, so it makes it easier for me to review it. Yeah, this is all I wanted to do today. Let's get this thing squared. Alright, so my year-to-date is going to be wrong as well, so year-to-date is pretty much going to be the exact same formula as this. So I'm going to just copy this over and let's see if this is right. 64, March S2. Alright, cool. And the reason why it's this cell 64, all the way in the bottom here, all my cells are on 64. So pretty much if I highlight all, let's do all weekly programs. Damn, not a lot of enrollments. You can see here on the bottom, $1,298.50, because that is all the amount we made for that cell for the weekly programs, and you can see it go down here. That is the total. So I'm just taking the totals, that's I'm transferring them over. Alright, so let's continue going down the lane here. And these numbers should be the exact same as for our cycle. But back to what I was talking about earlier, is that I wasn't really showing these numbers to my staff out of fear. Because in the past, what I did, you know, they would demand a raise if we're doing really well, because they're just seeing like these numbers, 54,000, and at one time we were making like 50,000 within a day at one point. Not every single day, but I think my most ever was 50,000 in a day. But like we would. You know, if we're making like $100,000 in a month, my staff is going to be like, "Yo, like, what's up with that? Let me get a raise." And for me, yes, they should get a raise, or they should get a raise when they not deserve one, but like when it's a raise time. And just because we're making a good amount in 1 month during like a peak month, and then once summer comes around, super slow, because all of our people are buying camps summer camps in the month of January, February, March. So, once summer comes around and everyone's on vacation and no one's around, we don't really have a lot of, cash flow coming in. So it's a lot of times it's like, dude, we gotta retain that money. Like, I'm sorry, it's not like, I know you're doing a great job and all, but just because we're doing, a good job doesn't mean that you should just automatically get a raise. Question, So, but now I look at it, and then also before I wasn't giving them much context either. So they had all the right to think like that. I would think the same thing too as an employee, and if my company's making this amount of money because of me, I think I would want some type of increase in raise and stuff. Um, but it doesn't always work like that. Oh no, it's a lighter sheet. Let me make sure I got the right color sheet here. Is this one? Alright, cool. Alright, so let me know all these last line, and then this one is not taken care of. This was actually like pissing me off. Not pissing me off, but like really bothering me that I didn't update this. Alright. Now I'm just looking at my numbers. Negative 9%, yeah. Holy crap, a lot different. Dude, it's crazy. Alright, we're trying, we're getting better. Alright. And May should be pretty good too. February should be accurate. January, that's 4, cool. That's 2, that's 4. Cool. January's usually we're still February. Yeah, January's our strongest month. January, February, March, we kill it. This year was a lot different. I'm not there every day. Alright, so what am I doing here? May. Let's go to May. I just want to double check to make sure all this stuff is correct. 77,000, 77,000. I just put these placeholders here. New April, January, February, March, April. Cool. Okay, I think I just have to. Wait, this isn't right. Oh, it's a different Yep, it's a different cycle. That's the reason why these numbers are different. This is the year to date, as we already said earlier, May 4th, which is. How come I have to lock this? Oh shit. Okay, freeze. Alright, cool. Yeah, I like to just freeze that so that my date never changes. Alright, cool. Alright, so I think this is all good to go here. What I'm now going to do is just kind of unbold and make sure all my colors are right. So, okay, all this stuff looks pretty good. Alright, so. This kind of be an easier way of doing this. But it's all good. You know what I should have done? Ooh, no, don't do that. And then what I'm going to do in just a bit, I'm going to delete all these numbers in just a second. And this will be good to go because, again, I don't update this every day. My admin comes in. Who the heck is calling me? I mean, all these. Alright, so here we go. Yeah, so my admin comes in. Then she will go into our booking software, which is Wellness Living. I talk about it in quite a few videos. But she'll go in Wellness Living and then get all the accounting information and all the information as far as what people paid. And then she'll input all the stuff in. It just makes everything so much easier just because I don't do it. When I do it, it's like I just don't have the time, to be honest, anymore. Alright, so now we're going to reset these colors. Alright, everything's all white. I just need everything to be like perfect. Because all this stuff is going to go now. And then I'll just start focusing on why it looks like that. So I used to just track the day to day, which I guess is good. It's a good place to start for sure. That's where I started. But I had nothing to compare it to. Like last year, or like the year before, we'll come around, or like the year that I'm doing it, I would just track, I would just have to go on like a hunch, like a guess, like, all right, I think we did good. Not exactly sure, but, or I would have to open up our year before. Oh, actually, you know what? I can just show it to you because I have it right here. Let's do like June. No, that June is a bad month. I'm not gonna show you my worst month. All right, so we're going into December, but you can see on the side here, there's nothing. Like, unlike this one where I have all these numbers and colors and all this stuff, where I'm tracking it by the, I have a sales goal. I have a week. I track the week from this year and last year, the period, the cycle, and the year. So I have really some stuff, some tangible stuff to know exactly what is going on at Skate Foundry. Unlike here, we're just inputting the numbers in every single day, and I look at the bottom, I'm like, okay, 11,000 bucks this month. Okay, we did 1,800. Okay, and then I would like look at maybe the month before, November. All right, we did 2,000 bucks in lessons. So I'm like going back and forth, and I'm like, it's just really hard for me to track and make like any type of goal or really to relay this information to someone else. And I think that's also going back to what I said earlier when my staff was like would ask for a raise, because it's like, yeah, they see this, like, yeah, it's doing great. It doesn't show, even on my other spreadsheet, it doesn't show the expenses, you know, of like our insurance, the rent we have to pay, the amount that we have to save for payroll when it's slow, like for example, during summer camps. But here, like, gives us a great, it gives everyone a great perspective of how the health of the company. I mean, if we're only 0%, everyone remembers what happened last year when we were at 0%. We were struggling, and it doesn't make it any easier a year later to be in the same exact position. So if someone does ask for a reason, like, dude, look, you saw the numbers. We're down 5%, 10%. Don't ask me for, politely, like, don't ask me for this. But I just like to present that information to them. Of the reasoning why. I think that is the most important part. It's like, not saying like, and I think everyone deserves, raise when they get it. But I think there is also a good way to go about it, other than just, basing it up on your revenue. I think there's definitely a better way. Did I pick the right color? Yes, I did. Oh shit. I hate when I do stupid things like that. That is me. If I left it like that, I would just go crazy. Alright, cool. Let's change that color back to this has been doing here. Sneaking by. Alright, cool. Alright, let's do. Let me make sure this is right. 6. Alright, cool. This should be U. Okay, U6. Alright, cool. So I think these numbers are all right. Yep. U2. Just checking the side. S28. U28. Okay. Alright. We good. Alright, so now we just. This right away. This. Alright, cool. Alright, so now I'm going to just highlight this section. Which one? I separate the weeks, so by like darker gray and then just white. So this week is white, first week. And then the second week is white. And highlight it. Don't do it right. Oh shit. make such a minor mistake and I just ruin everything. And you won't even know it until like 20 minutes after you did it. And it's like you can't go back and undo everything. It's so annoying. So that's why I say, if anyone knows why are these two different colors? Is it like that on the other side? Oh, I guess so. Alright, we are good. This is all done. Now what I'm going to do is just bold these last lines. Alright. I'm actually really glad I did this way because now I'm going to just get rid of all these numbers. That's all gone. Changes everything over here. All zeros. But let's just say if I made $600 that day, it's going to change here. You can see that changes immediately. And it's going to change all these other cells. But I ain't make $600. We're going to try and make 600. Alright, so let's just do this. And then, even though these oh yeah, I'm so confused. Okay, it's nice. Alright, cool. So let's just continue deleting this stuff. Zeros. I'm tripping. I can just go. All zeros. Lessons. Damn. In May last year we did a good amount of lessons. Oh wait. This is wrong. This is the same. Did I update this? Yeah, it's the same one. Alright, so okay. So we have to just update this. This is going into this other spreadsheet from last year of May. So I have to update that so that this number, it is no longer April. This is May. Damn. sure enough, we made $3,000 in private lessons. Merchandise, we sold $9,000. That's only because I have it on pause, but I used to have this drop shipping company where a lot of nonprofits would order tons of skateboards, hundreds of skateboards, hundreds of pads and helmets from me. You can see my order right here. Wholesale, 100 skateboards I sold. Boom. Weekly programs, of course, are down because no one signed up for weekly programs because they're all completed. At this point, everyone signed up for summer camp. This is probably someone enrolling for the fall, which we have to get our fall schedule up. Alright, so I can just go back over here. Good tip for me, please let me know. Sometimes it sucks because I was thinking as soon as I get done everything next year I'm gonna do the same exact thing. I'm gonna just have to pay someone too because all the days are gonna be a lot different. I'm this is exactly what I want. Can you make this? Alright, cool. Oh wait, special events. So last year day, that's another lead. Alright, so now this is completed except for the weeks. The weeks I have to figure out. C4 to C17. Alright, so the weekly ones I have to update. Do I feel like doing that right now? I feel like doing that right now. I probably should. It's just a little annoying. It's a little annoying. See, this is sometimes where I confuse myself. Oh man, deja vu moment right now. Alright, so, guess I have to update it. First I have to change these over. April, we were in, did we do 5 weeks? Period 4, week 4? Okay, we did 4 weeks. So, this is week. The continuation of week 4, period So as I build all this stuff out, there we go. This is period 1, week 3. Wait, no, this is period week 2. This is week 3. Alright. So in period 4, I want to know. So this is, you can see here the C4 to C17. That's going to be incorrect. This is going to be from April. C, because you can see here, I'm trying to figure out how much I made in lessons this year and last year. So this is going to be April C, and it's going to go from C54 to, let me say C54 to C63, C54 to C64, C54 to C63, comma, and then we have to do this one of C2 to C6. And then that will give us our total of $0 because we made $0 here. Okay. Interesting. Alright, so what I'm going to do, I'll copy that over. E654. So all that is correct. Damn. First week. At least we got 2 camp enrollments so far. Wait a second. SQ. Yeah, $60 membership. Alright, cool. Just gotta make sure before I get too far down the line, then something happens. Alright. So now I gotta go, which is a little annoying. I'm gonna have to go into labs here. Oh, nice. So Oh shit. It was 5 weeks. Did I do 5 weeks? This is, so I'm looking at last year's. Let me see if I did 5 weeks. Oh no, 5 weeks. In April. March. Yep, week 5. Alright, cool. Once I get like this part down, everything else is so much easier. Alright, so I'm looking at May. So, did I? Okay, I'm already ahead of the game. I already did it. Alright, cool. Alright. 72. Now let me just double check those cells. Did I really see 54? C54 is here. Okay, April C54. Okay, the C62 and then. Oh, this isn't right. Oh, wait, C2, C6, yeah, wait. This actually, it's kind of right. This is April. C4, C54. April, C54. Okay. C6 is in May, and then C2 to C6, C2 to C6, freeze. Yeah, alright, cool, alright. I think kinda right. Alright. I feel a lot better. Okay. But this shit is gonna be all different here. Come on. 103,000. Total point. Okay, no, delete that number. What the hell? We just gonna delete that. We don't need that. We got all of our information here right now. We don't need any of these numbers. And as you know, I gotta reset this. I don't forget that. Alright, so the total quantities, I'm gonna change these so they're not dollars. Alright. Alright, so 992. That is the wrong number. I think that was a reduction. I think that was the old number. Oh yeah, that's April. Okay, so we are looking at May. May 68. 92. Let's take a look. 92. May that's 68. Alright, cool. Boom. Alright. I got it. 99. Come on. May see. Oh. Wait, what? Come on. Why are you doing this to me? I don't know how to change this automatically. It's supposed to be E60 or D68. So this is 8. There's gotta be a way to change that over. Alright, so I don't know. I'm not gonna spend too much time on there. We're gonna just paste these all in. And we will go in and manually change them. It's a little annoying. Good. E F G H I J K N P Q S. Oh, yeah. Alright, cool. Alright, so that all makes sense to me. Alright, so I don't know why I have money here. This shouldn't have any money. Oh, this is it's the wrong cell. Delete a number. I deleted all the numbers. I don't know where this is coming from. April. Why is that 0? So I'm gonna look at April. That's one of those 2 numbers. Oh, duh. Because April already happened. I'm like, someone purchased some summer camps last week. Alright, cool. Alright, so now I'm going to, these numbers should all, first let me, those numbers are fine. Oh no, they're not. Is this going to be, I'm trying to figure out. So you can see what this is highlighting, what this is showing me, and that's not what I want. I want it to be from C8 to T1. All these are going to be the right. And I can double check. Rental equipment for that week. How do I have a quantity of 6 on something I just didn't. Oh, I didn't take these out. Alright. How do I sell a bunch of stuff already? These are all empty. So I'm going to delete that. I'm not deleting it. All down to 0. That's 6 went away. Alright, cool. Alright, 280 from last year of this week, so that is 774. Weekly. Oh, that's last year. So wait, yeah, last year. We are looking in May. Okay, alright, cool. 774. That sounds about right. Change all these to May. I think the hardest part is making all these sheets connect, like multiple sheets connect to each other. That is 100% the hardest part for me to make sense of things. And it sucks because like sometimes if I don't like do this, like like if I stop right now, I'm gonna be so confused of where to start at next time. So it's like I'm so close to being done. It's like I just have to just get it done. All right, so let's take a look at what I got here. And this is going to be B2. So this should be from C22 to C34. Alright, cool. We're going to just copy that formula over to all of them. This so to May. And let's just double check. It's $374 for week 2. $374 for week 2. There we go. See, now I'm cruising. It's literally just the first and last month. Just getting those, or the first and last week of the month, where I have to combine 2 sheets and then also like multiple pages, and it just really hurts my brain trying to figure that out. But I kind of like it. At this point, I'm kind of over it, but I gotta stick it out. Alright, so we're at period 2. We did. Yeah, I'm gonna do period 3. Alright, almost there. Or week 3. Okay, so we are doing C 36 to C 49. Boom. Alright, let's copy this over. Oh, done. Copied the wrong formula. Copy this over. I think I was just at F. Wait, what's going on? My hand is like hitting. CE 36. Alright. C36. 36 to 49. 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 This is where I left off. Alrighty then. Now we're gonna head up to May. Alright, let's double check that. 694. Yep, there it is. 694. We're on to something. Alright. May. Oh god. I just lost the formula. special events. We did one special event last year. Let me not get sidetracked by that. I do want to look that out. Alright, special events 2025. Let me do the best way. Oh, shit. There is no special event on this page. Alright, shit. Insert one column to the left. Special. There. And we're gonna put the quantity here. That's what's. That's why the formula is wrong. $60. Okay, now 125. That should be over 1 to here. Yeah, 125 is there. Instead of wait, 125 is on the total revenue. Oh my god. Yeah. Alright, well, everything was right up to here. So that's right. Oh, 68. B 68. Oh, 60. Oh, 71. Okay, I see. Those are all correct. It's just a matter of 77, P77. Okay, I see. So it's just that's right. That's not right. That's right. This is no problem. We could easily fix this in a quick second. Q. R. Okay, so like push the formulas down. S. T. Alright. Yeah, that's no big deal. Q. R. S. T. Alright, cool. Q. There we go, membership. Alright, cool. Alright, so feeling pretty good now. Last and this is what I'm going to have to add into next month, which I was starting to create June. so this is, well, we know it's going to go from to multiple months here. Oh, sick. No, this month ends on a Saturday, the end of the week. That makes I'm so happy about that. That makes everything so much easier. Oh my gosh, I'm like so happy about that. Dang, that's so sick. I'm so hyped on that. That's gonna make it very easy. Yo, let's go. Oh my god. What the heck? 50 to 63. 50 to 63. 50 to 63. As a pain in the ass this is, how tedious it is. It's like as soon as you start like focusing a little bit, it's like that's when like you can really mess up things. So it's like you kind of gotta pay attention, but also it's like it's a little annoying. But at the end of the day, this helps out so much. 694. This better be week 30 on the one. Alright, week 30. Wait, what the heck? Oh, I gotta make week 4. That's the reason why I'm like, what the heck? See, this is awesome. Once this is awesome, I'm telling you. Alright, week 4. Alright, so I don't think I have week 4 on here. Oh, yeah, I do. Alright, cool. And let me just double check up here. Alright, cool, week 4. There we go. That's the number. So this is 80. So up here is May. C 80. Alright, so I gotta change a couple things on all of these. First, we're gonna just go and change them all until May. And then I'll go back. See, I love this when it's all set up and just done, and then you can really just analyze your revenue. Sometimes it's like, when I notice, it's like, I'll just change this one. 80. Let's just all change these all to row 80 of the other spreadsheet. What column am I even on? H. Almost done this month. Oh, back to what I was saying though. Yeah, I just love looking at these numbers because sometimes, like, the day to day does not give you the numbers. It doesn't paint the story. It doesn't paint the picture for you. You just get caught. You can get caught up just looking at the numbers and kind of frustrating yourself if you look at each day. Days, and that's the reason why I like to track a little bit further out than just the day, the week, the month, which is really like a period, and then the cycle, and then the year, because you can really see how all these numbers play with each other. All right, so for the final week that we're in, we only made $1,600, and that was in the total revenue from last year. Was $2,500. So I can see, like, this week, like, where are we going wrong? Lessons, number one. First and foremost, our skate lessons. Down. Weekly programs, can't do much about that. At this time period, merchandise, didn't sell anything this week. And open skate, no one's there this week. It must have been raining last week or something because we need people. Alright, so now the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to change these numbers to get rid of these dollar signs because this is the quantity and I don't want to confuse myself. I'm sure there's such an easier way to do this. One at a time. Literally one at a time. Make a little fun game out of it. Just gonna do some randomly just to keep my mind busy. Might not be the most productive way to do it, but I gotta do something. Doing something new. And like now, like watch me like highlight something else by accident, and like I gotta do this all over again. It's kind of like if you ever use like Photoshop, and you go to like highlight, or you try to like cut out an image, or try to erase an image like all in like one go, and you mess up, and you should have like you should have broken it down into like multiple like phases. That's what I should have done. But why are my numbers like that? I want them all to be there. Right? Dollar sign again. Plain text. I hate it how it's like that. Anyone got some tips? Who's got some tips? Number. No. This is an account. Plain text. Alright, let me just try and just make everything done. There we go. Actually, can I make it done? I usually have it on one side. Awesome. Alright. May is done. I gotta get rid of these notes since I copied it from. Delete it. There we go. But then delete the cell. See this? Alright, cool. Alright, so I can delete. Can I delete multiple? Boom. Yes, I. Wait. Oh no. I gotta delete it individually. Where do I even see the delete note thing? Is there a shortcut to it? Like, I guess not. No shortcut. I just have to individually delete notes. Even though I've like already. Alright, let's just get this done. I don't have to think about it. It's like I already clicked on delete notes like so many times. So and I'm like still like struggling to find. Oh my god. I'm still struggling to find where's delete notes. Alright, now it's starting to become a habit. I'm finding it. I know exactly where it's at. Oh, sick. Alright, cool. No. Oh my gosh. I was just about to say no more notes. Yes, sir. We are. Don't delete the cell. We need that formula. Delete notes. Delete notes. Alright, cool. Mate's all done. I'm just got my totals here. Mate is all empty. Perfect. Alright, cool. We ran down 34% last month. We ran down 30%. That's pretty bad. We went up 40%. Damn. That's crazy. Very crazy. Obviously, the slow season is where we thrive. Or the slow season, the cold season. Alright. I am all done this part. I'm gonna wrap it up. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope this was helpful. It was helpful for me trying to figure out this. Peace out. Thanks for watching.